Okay, we're recording. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this Power Hour. Excited because that call was awesome. If you were on the call with Rob and Jessica, go ahead and say so in the chat. I think probably most of you were. But that was excellent. I'll get the recording up here in a bit. But we're going to do a few activities over the next 47 minutes. So yay, glad you guys were able to be on. So a couple of things I wanted to say really quickly is that we have Leaders Retreat on the line. We have our October incentives on the line. You guys also may be really strategically working on a specific rank up or helping members on your team rank up. And so we have 9 days left. We have 9 days to go at the end of the month. And if you haven't seen those little strategy posts that I've posted into the Momentum Makers group over the past few months, go search for those. You can just search for them by how to work your business in the search bar of Momentum Makers group. Fabulous information. So basically breaking down the first third of the month, first 10 days, middle 10 days, last 10 days. I just posted the last 10 days strategy checklist in the Momentum Makers group. But I just want to encourage you guys to be really systematic and strategic with how you're working your business. Use a checklist. Get out your 90-day journal. Get organized. Up level, elevate your game. That's one of the mantras that we've been, even talking about with the kids this week. We were at Father-Son Camp, and that was Jaco Boyens. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but one of the speakers said, elevate your game. So you can write that at the top of your notes page, elevate your game. So Leaders Retreat, October incentive, remember 9 days left. And it's honestly, we're now, the last third of the month, it's possibility time. It's not too much of a crunch time. I say crunch time is like the last 2 days, but we have plenty of time to make things happen. Having a week in the type of business that we work, it's like having a month, seriously, because you can get a lot done in the last week or 10 days of the month. I've even seen crazy things happen in the last day of the month, last 3 hours of a month. So never negate the fact that things can happen, okay? Even if you're like me and you're working on gold and you're at 30 points right now, okay? On my reentry leg. So whatever is happening currently in your business, it doesn't have to stay that way, okay? It all depends on us, but it is go time. So I wanna just encourage you guys that there's important days coming up. So we have a Tuesday and Thursday call next week. Lisa Winters is going to be hosting the health call on Tuesday and then hosting the Power Hour right after. And then Thursday is with Emily Burgess. She's a new diamond. And then Chelsea and Hannah, the new Ruby and senior Rubies on our team, they're going to be hosting the Power Hour directly following that call. So get your peeps on, get yourself on, make sure you map that out on your weekly plan so you can make sure that you're on those calls and getting your teams on those calls as well. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is follow up. So the first thing on our list today is following up with the people that we invited to this event tonight. Okay, so I will just say really quickly, the best thing that you can do for your business is right after a call, follow up with those people. It does not have to be crazy fancy, but message them really quick. I'm kind of into short and sweet, simple messages, okay? So for an example would be, well, first of all, I will say if the live stream would have worked, make sure that you always keep a live stream list, because as people are hopping on your live stream, you'll be able to see who that is. You cannot see it after the live stream is ended. So just FYI for next time when the live stream does work, Lord willing, make sure that you're tracking with that, because it's always interesting who pops on that you wouldn't have expected, and you can follow up with them, okay? The other thing is to look at your story. Did all of you post a post or a story? Let's take like 2 minutes really quick, and we'll go and make a list. I want you to make a hot 20 list. If you don't have a legal pad, get yourself a notebook, spend $1 at Walmart and buy like a pack of 3 and make a new hot 20 list. It doesn't really matter if you haven't worked your business in a week or a month or 6 months. You can start fresh with a hot 20 list, okay? So what I want you to do is go to your last Facebook post that you made about the event tonight and or your stories, and we're gonna make a list, okay? I'm gonna set my timer for 2 minutes, and we're gonna do this. So on your marks, Hang on. 2 minutes. On your marks, get set, go make your lists. Here we go. Okay, is anyone else still making their lists besides me? So I'm basically going through and looking at who watched my live story last night. Anyone that is not on my team, or maybe is on my team, but is not currently sharing. Oh my, there's a lot of people. That's a good thing. 100 plus people. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, did any of you make a story where you did a poll? I had one person vote for, hey Meg, send the link. So if you're not making stories where you go live and share what, like before this call last night, it was late o'clock. Like I could have just said, forget it, I'm not doing the live right now. It was like 11 p.m. I was nursing the baby, literally had a baby on my boob, okay? But I was discreet, like I made sure it was covered. And I went live and there was like 4 little frames where it wasn't perfect. I stuttered probably. And I just shared the scoop, okay, about like why this business, and then that our friends Rob and Jessica were going to be on. So if you don't do that, things like that before these calls, start doing them, because you'll get some people that are tracking with you, okay? Also, at the very end, then I put like a little arrow. You can go look at my stories on Instagram or Facebook and look at that. And posted the graphic with a poll, okay? So like, hey, send the link, Meg, or I don't remember what my other one was. I need more info, something like that. But it's interesting, like as you scroll through, to see who is liking and actually watching your stuff all the way through. So that's a fabulous list for your Hot 20. Boom. Okay, another thing that I do is I mix up my stories, okay? So I'm not just posting Plexus. I actually have, what do I have in there right now? Last night we're on a marriage Zoom with a friend of ours that wrote a book. And so I did a story about that with a little question like, hey, if we go through this book, do you guys want to go through it? Because we might end up hosting a book study off of that. I talked about our missing kitten, and then I did some stuff about the business, and then I posted a picture or a boomerang of Madeline practicing her violin with the baby. Anyways, you can go look through. Oh, and then I had some stories about my schoolroom that I actually cleaned today and got some posters posted. So people want to like know about your life. And so if you're not making stories every day, start. You don't have to know everything about everything. There's still a bunch of stuff like features that I don't know how to do. You can look it up on YouTube, okay, if you don't know how. So now what we're going to do with the list that we just made. So we're kind of going through that, just that little system that I talk about a lot. Make a post, make a list, message, invite. We're going to follow up with people that either watched our story or, well, we didn't have a live stream tonight, or you maybe reached out and invited them and they said, yeah, send the link over, okay? So we're gonna follow up with those people, and I'm gonna put in the comments what I will say, okay? If you have something that you wanna, if you already have a message that you're crafting, go ahead and throw it in the chat thread, but I'm gonna, I'll type it out and then I'll maybe read it when I'm done, okay? So what you're gonna do is take that list and you're gonna go through it and message people. Now, depending on who they are, whether it's a random person versus someone that you've chatted with about Plexus before versus someone that's already on your team that's just not sharing, et cetera, okay? So I'll probably, with most of these people, say, hey, thanks so much for watching my story last night about the business, about my wellness business that I run on social media. I was just curious, would you like the link to tonight's call? Okay, that's probably how I'll follow up with those people, okay? For someone that said yes to the link, and I honestly, I didn't pop on the Zoom to see who was on. I did notice one of my newer ambassadors popped on, a cousin of mine, excited he was on. But I'm going to follow up with them in a different way, probably like, hey, thanks so much for being on the Zoom tonight. Or, hey, were you able to pop on? I would love to hear what resonated with you. Super simple. Okay, I'm going to post those in the chat. If you have a different way that you're following up with your people, put it in the chat also so everyone can see different ideas, okay? I'm going to mute, and we'll do this for, let's say, 10 minutes, because you also need some time to do this, okay? So I'm going to start it. And if you think of a question or a comment, just put it in the chat or unmute and ask me, and we'll make sure that we answer it. Okay, on your marks, get set, go. 10 minutes. Hey, Alicia, yeah, once your baby's asleep or you're able to have two hands free or one hand free, you might just want to save those to the notes in your phone. Just click copy paste so that you don't miss these follow-up messages. I'm actually going to pop on my phone because it's easier to copy and paste instead of being on my computer. Okay. Okay. We have 3 minutes left, but I'm going to pause it for a minute because there's another aspect of follow-up that I'm going to chat about really quick. So I spent a chunk of time today sending out invites. Okay, there should be always something that you're inviting people to. Okay, so I comb through potentials, I comb through customers, or well, mostly ambassadors, new and old, to invite to the event this weekend. We're hosting a sip and see and also an all-day Plexus event. So based on who the person was, that's how I formulated my invite. So it's more of a wholesaler or a new ambassador. I'm like, hey, come to our sip and see on Saturday, okay? And this is actually the second layer of messages that I've sent. And so I'm sending out reminders about that. Okay, if you're not super local to me, you can still come. All right. Also, another thing that I did was, if you do not have your level ones printed out, you can actually export this file from your back office and sort it by join date. And I have Justin's level one. So if you have a husband signed up, don't forget about the people under him. And I also have my level ones. Okay, so I was combing through those people to see who was local to invite to the event this Saturday. But then I also combed through to invite to the call tonight. So always be inviting your people to something, alrighty? And if you're not sure what to say, I would encourage you to print out this My Messaging Handbook. It's in the files of the Momentum Makers group. This can be hugely helpful, not even just for knowing what to say, but also for just different demographics of people to work through, okay? So there's different times where we might be following up with people who have tried Plexus and quit, or people that have said no to an MLM, or maybe you're gonna message people that have partial PV or whatever. This is fabulous for knowing what to say and who to say it to, okay? Just wanted to mention that resource really quickly. Alrighty, so I'm going to pop a few, I'm going to start the timer again, and I'm going to pop a couple of examples of what to say to a current ambassador in the chat also, because sometimes we need to follow up with people that were on our Hot 20 list and don't work the business, but they're on our products, okay? So I'm going to post an example for you in there also. Okay, so I'm literally typing out messages to specific people that are on my list. So I would just encourage you to like think about who you're messaging and don't just do like a blind copy paste. I mean, maybe if you're blitzing through a bunch of wholesale ambassadors, but if it's someone that's been watching your stories, you're going to formulate that more personally, you know? So I just encourage you guys to do that. But I put in another example in there just so you guys can check it out. I said, hey Meg, thanks so much for supporting my Instagram stories. I know you've used Plexus products in the past. What are your thoughts about restarting and considering the business? You're the type of person that would do well with what I do because you love peeps well and you're a sweet friend. What are your thoughts? Do you mind if I send the recording to tonight's call over so you can just check it out? You're just basically seeking to open a door and see if they're open. You're not even like opening the door. You're just gonna see if they'll open the door. And if you never know who's like secretly considering it. And so sometimes initiating that conversation is what it takes to get them rolling. And when it comes down to it, guys, like it kind of just goes back to like the numbers. You need to get into Messenger because that's how you'll move the needle forward in your business is by getting into Messenger, not scrolling and buffering because messaging is uncomfortable for you or it's not as fun or whatever. But that's, you know, the thing that you're avoiding is probably what you need to do to move the needle forward. Okay. Okay, so we covered follow-ups. Now we're gonna move to a different group of people, okay? I'm gonna actually share my screen because we're gonna dive into the back office. I'm gonna show you some things that will help you during this possibility time of the month, alrighty? Here we go. So I'm going to open up this for y'all. Okay, my kids adjusted my ringtones. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into points and rank, and that's where you see all of the people in your downline, okay? So what I'm gonna do is actually sort by level ones. And then after you have your level ones, you guys can see in this PV column right here, boop, you can go sort through and see who has partial PV. You're gonna write those names down. Okay, Melanie Hamilton, Heather, Laura. I'm gonna be reaching out to them. And this is what I'm going to be talking to them about, okay? A couple of things. These people that have partial PV, all right, these are gonna be on a certain list of yours because you're catching these people before subscriptions even process. All right, these are all just level ones that you can sort through, okay? Some people have 84 PV, some people have 25 PV. I mean, we all have those people, okay? So my goal is to help them bump up to at least 100 PV, and this is why. When they start more Plexus products, they will see better health results. They will get excited, and they might be able to try something they haven't tried before. So it's always my goal to sort through that demographic of people and see how many people I can help to get orders in, okay? And so this is how I do it. If you have been in Plexus for any length of time, you probably got those win back your customers, win back your ambassador emails. They were shipped out or sent out, sorry, on October 14th. And so go back in your email and look. I actually made a list on a note card of those people, okay? There's a 10% off, there's a 15% off, and there's a 20% off code for specific people, okay? And Plexus will specify that, who those people are. So you can bring back your customers, ambassadors. These are probably people that don't have any PV at all, okay? So that's a great touch point for those peeps, okay? Also, for people that have partial PV, you're under 100 PV people, you want to sort them into little buckets. So like for the 25 and below PV people, what I'm going to be doing is doing a pop-up little incentive and say, hey, you qualify for my Joyomen Collagen challenge, something, just make up something, but where they will order enough product to get them up to 100 PV, okay? And then I'll offer something to them. Like, hey, are you game for being, I probably will say, hey, you qualify for my Joyomen Collagen challenge. Was this something you'd like to do? And then I basically send out a little teaser and see what they say back. Usually they'll be like, well, what is it? And then I'll explain and I'll make up something like, okay, well, if you order the Joyomen Collagen in the next 24 hours, see, I always put a time limit on it, you qualify for, and then it'll be something, I don't know, 10% off, free shipping, cute glass water bottle, whatever that might be, okay? Or a little blender thing. They're like $7 on Amazon, you can drop ship it, okay? So sometimes you have to do some creative little things to get people excited about putting their order in, okay? If they have like 84 PV, or I don't even know, you have to look at the PV and of the products and see what they would qualify for, but they might qualify for a twin bag of active and that would bump them up to 100 PV. Or maybe they're at like 98 PV, they can go just order a little, or you can order a little sample stick of collagen, that's like 2 PV, and they'll be there, right? So those are some ideas for helping people qualify for 100 PV. So what I'd like you to do is actually open up your back office if you're able to, and go sort and start making a list, okay? So we're gonna take 2 minutes to do this, all right? So we're gonna do the thing, open up our back office and start making that list of who those people would be with partial PV. Okay, so a couple of thoughts really quick while we're talking about this is, for any of the partial PV people, make sure you're also having a conversation about, hey, I have an idea for you. Do you mind if I share it? Okay, just a little blitzy, get permission before you say it, but after they say, sure, what is it? Tell them about perks, because there's no reason why they should be ordering 25 PV every month if they could place a bulk order. If they legit only want BioCleanse, then you say, hey, what if you just place an order and got 3 BioCleanse and ordered once every 3 months? You will earn perks off of that because we can set up a subscription. You have the potential to make money back off your order because it's a bulk order, and also benefits your business. So some people like would be really sad if they knew that their order wasn't benefiting your business because they're not ordering up that threshold of 100 PV. Does that make sense? So be chatting with them about setting up their subscription. Offer to do it for them. Don't expect them to go do it. Just say, hey, send me your ID and I'll do it for you, and explain what you're doing. But does that make sense? So that's one thing to be talking to them about. I was thinking there was another thing. What was that? Oh, if it's someone that I don't know, like maybe you had someone quit the business, but their person compressed up to you and you're not friends with them on Facebook, write down their phone number because you can text them instead of Facebook message them. So that's another thing that I'm doing. So, okay, we're gonna move on. So obviously this is a teaser. You're probably not gonna get through all your people on each of these demographics, but this will teach you how to work your business systematically. So if you have an hour, you might say, okay, for the next hour, I'm gonna sit down and do follow-ups and just blitz it all done. My brain works better that way instead of like scrolling from one person to another. And also I'm able to use the same kind of core message and just tweak it up a little bit. So it saves me time in the long run instead of having to make messages from scratch every time. Okay, so we did our follow-ups. We did less than 100 PV people. We talked about the bring back your customer list if you have it, that Plexus did for you. So those are probably 0 PV people, and or figuring out who those people are that you could offer some sort of little special incentive to bring your customers and ambassadors back. It's always a win, even if you have to put a little bit out there, like a little discount, or you can create an incentive code from your back office, or do a little gifty for anyone that places their order. It's a write-up for your business, and you'll need that at the end of the year. And also it's always a good thing to help people try a new product, right? So you can also do like a, hey, would you be willing to be part of my product tester? That's another thing you can call it. Would you be willing to be part of my product tester group and give either the active and I don't even know, active and something to try, or maybe active and MedBurn, like look at their last order to see what they ordered, or maybe Joanne and Collagen, because you're looking for something that would be that buffer in between their low PV and where you want them to hit on their PV, okay? Okay, the next thing I wanna show you really quickly is how you can just look at possibilities in your back office, okay? So I'm gonna actually open up well, it's the same report, but I'm gonna actually sort it by team points, okay? So we're going to click it twice because that sorts it in order from the greatest to least. Maybe, hang on. Okay, so sort by team points, boop, boop, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna scroll until I get to this range of, let's see, well, I'll just verbalize it. So the range from like 60 to 95, okay? Those are people, you're looking for people that have never been gold before, okay? You're also gonna look at the people that are in that range of like 20 to 45, okay? And see who could go senior silver. And then the range of 5 to 10 points, that's another huge demographic of people that have added either 1 or 2 people. See, look at all these people. And this is the column that you'll want to look at. You make sure you scroll all the way over so you can see the team points. There's a ton of people that have 10 points. That means they only need 1 more person to go silver. Or they have 5 points, which means they have added 1 person, they only need two more people to go silver. And a lot of people, it's just a psychological thing, but if they already have 1, like 2 seems like not a big deal, right? Because they're already a third of the way there. Yeah. So encourage you to look through and make a list of all those possibility peeps that can add 1, that could add 2 to go silver, or they're super close to senior silver and they can make that happen. This is hugely important and impactful for you if you're growing a team and you're trying to hit leadership retreat credits, because anyone that you help rank up also contributes to your credits, okay? So that's a huge area of possibility as well. So sometimes people just need vision casted for, they need encouraged. So let's take a few minutes. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to go in your back office and sort those people. Let's take like 2 minutes and you can make a list of some of those peeps. On your marks, get set, go. All right. All right, calming the people here. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about really quickly is the Each One Reach One incentive. So you guys know that there is that fun, super fun incentive. If they enroll one, they get a $25 bonus. Okay. It, so they're going to make like 60 plus bucks for just helping one person. Okay. If they've already done that, then they haven't gone silver yet. You can say, I think it's what, $270 for enrolling two more. So you can like vision cast for that for people. A lot of people, it's not that they don't or aren't willing to share, but they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do and they're scared and they might lack confidence and they might be a little insecure. So if you pop in and like, hey, well, you only need one more person, or hey, what if, do you want to get that buddy bonus this month? You'll make 60 bucks by helping your mom, your BFF, your hubby get started. What are your thoughts? Okay. And then if they enroll 3, they'll earn those fun, well, you'll go silver, they'll go silver, plus they'll earn the shaker or the, the drink bottle, the Tervis tumbler, and the cute little blendy thing. And then if they enroll 6, they'll get the Nutribullet and on top of all of that. Okay. So you can be vision casting for that. So who you need to be reaching out to see, and sometimes it's just sending a different message and saying, hey Sherry, I know that you had mentioned you weren't really that keen on sharing with people, but what are your thoughts about earning that little buddy bonus? I can help you. See if they're willing. Okay. Or this is another good wording example to say, hey, if I helped you make a post, would you, or if I sent you what to say, sorry, here it is. If I sent you what to say, would you be willing to make a post? I've had absolute wonderful success sending that because they're not having to come up with the post. Okay. So that's really, really huge. What do you say to the people that say they don't have any time? That's where I come in and I say, hey, I'll make the post for you. All you have to do is copy paste, put it with a picture and tag me. And then you work the post for them. So you're going to connect with their people and sign them up essentially. So you'll taproot through them and they'll basically be the connector to their network. They'll connect you to their network. Does that make sense? Okay, so that each one reach one incentive is a huge possibility thing. And then also helping people get the buddy bonus. All right, the next thing I want to challenge you guys is, do you have your calendar filled between now and the end of the month? If you don't, because obviously we have an event on Tuesday and Thursday that you can plug your people in, right? We have one on Tuesday about the health testimonies and Thursday about the business. But who are you hosting an event for in the next 9 days, sorry, we have 9 days left. Who of your people could you host an event for? Have you hosted one for yourself this month yet? If not, I would challenge you to do that. It doesn't have to be long. It can be like a 20-minute one, okay? Super simple. But find out who's willing to let you host an event for them, okay? That's the first thing, is message your new ambassadors and say, hey, if I hosted a little Facebook event for you, would you be game for that? Okay, I can post the verbiage for you. Let me do that. Okay, so find out who you could host an event for. Host an event every single day till the end of the month. I promise you'll see movement in your business if you do that. But the first step is finding out who wants to host an event, okay? So if you don't have your Post-it notes with your new people on it, that might be the best thing you could do, is just to have a quick visual, right? Or maybe you have it in your 90-day journal with your people written out, okay? I'll get the wording for you and I'll post it in the comments. So the wording for that is, hey, Julie, I'm hosting 30-minute online Facebook events this weekend, and upcoming week in a private group. Would you be interested? I will set it all up and educate your people about our products and gut health, and I'll share my story. You will just select the date and time and invite the people. Simple. Boom, done. See who says yes. And then you'll do the little event. Now, I will tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to host an event on my wall. I'm not only going to message my new people and find out who's willing to let me host an event for them, but I'm going to between now and next week, do a little event on my wall. I think that'll be super fun. And I'm going to use that new template on the team page. So if you haven't seen that, you might go check that out. It's a cute fall little template. Sometimes it's just like one of these ideas that you'll take, implement, and do, and it will totally make things happen here at the end of the month, okay? So for the last 5 minutes, I want you to send that little message out to anyone that you think might be game for hosting an event. It could even be a customer of yours. If you feel like they're really promising, but they did not want to sign up as an ambassador, just say, hey, would you be willing to let me host a little event for you? I will do all the heavy lifting. You just invite the people. What are your thoughts? Okay. On your marks, get set, go. We'll mute for a couple more minutes and invite those people. Okay, it is 8:30. I would be totally happy to field a couple questions for like 3 to 5 minutes. So I know when you work this business, it's normal for questions to pop up. So I wanted to offer to any of you, if you have specific questions, to unmute or just pop it in the chat real quick. Let me look back through here really fast to see if there was any. I'm glad you guys liked the call tonight with Rob and Jessica. One gal was not be able to be on live recording. How soon will that be available? Yeah, normally the live stream, it doesn't matter because it's up and you can just tag people in it or send them a link. I will get that recording up ASAP. So I will, once I pop off here, I will upload it while I put my kids in bed. So I'll send it over to the threads and post it to the team page tonight. And then let's see, thanks for these ideas. One question for those with 98 PV. Yes, don't we love those people? Oh my word. Do you ask for their login? Yes. I sent an incentive to someone who was game to do it. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. A lot of times people will be like, oh, sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. Like a lot of times they'll do it for you just because they're a sweet friend. They'll be like, sure, you know, if you're going for a rank up or whatever, and you need them to bump up their order, even if they're just willing to try a stick or a sample of college or a sample of something, I usually will say, well, hey, I'll do it for you. Just send me your login real quick and I will get that place. That way you don't have to mess with it. So I just do it for them because this is the thing. We can't wait until, well, we don't want to wait till the end of the month. We don't want to wait even 24 hours. We want to get it done tonight, especially. So capitalize on that, yes, by saying, hey, I'll do it for you. Okay. Same with if you have people that are game for getting started, even, you know, potentials that are not on the products yet. A lot of times they'll say, well, hey, do you have 5 minutes? We can pop on the phone really fast. Make it your goal to be on the phone with people when they start, because I guarantee you'll have a way better retention rate when you sign them up and you can chat through the things with them. But I try to really act with urgency when they say yes to whatever it is.
Yeah. So Megan, I had sent an incentive code through the back office through the Paylution site to her so that she could take advantage of that and just get something ordered right away. But I want to follow up with her now and say, hey, did you get the code? Would you like me to put the order through? And just ask her to give me the code from her email. Is that how you would do it?
Yeah.
She could, because then I'm paying for it, but also giving her that, you know, making sure it goes through this month, that she doesn't miss out.
Yeah, and you're offering the extra, you're going the second mile for the customer service piece of it too, because you're saying, well, hey, and that's a great way to follow up is like, hey, did that incentive code make it to you? And then offering to just do it for them, because I don't know about you guys, but when it's someone else's website, or I'm willing to help someone, but life is crazy like it is right now. My kids are having a pillow fight downstairs and it's loud. I'm thankful if someone's like, hey, it'll take me 2 seconds. Give me your info real quick and I'll do it for you. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. Otherwise, it might be a week or 10 days or I'll forget. Right. So I think that's so smart. Stephanie or Jenny, Kim or Alicia, do you guys have any quick questions? I'm happy to field any of them that you have.
Hey Megan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, I had some people who wanted to listen, but they wanted to watch it on like the watch party. They couldn't do it on the Zoom. Is that uploaded yet? I just put it in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep, it is. If you're ever questioning whether something is uploaded, go to my YouTube channel. Literally just type in Megan Goff Plexus on YouTube, and it will have all the videos uploaded in order of most recent. But I did put it on the team page. One little trick, if you go to the team page and underneath the pinned post, there's a little button that says sort, and you can sort by most recent. Actually, it might not be right under. You just have to search for the little sort button. That way you don't miss anything. There it is. And it'll sort it in the order in which it's been posted. Let's see. There's just a lot of updates that get posted there. Okay, I'll tag you.
Thank you, Megan. And I really appreciate that fall event that you did.
Oh yeah.
I'm totally using it tomorrow.
Yay! I can't take credit for it though. Some other jewel created it.
But you posted it, so I'm so happy that you posted it because
Yeah.
I'm using it.
I thought it was so cute. And I feel like sometimes we just, even just for our own sake, we need something fresh, some new graphics, some different wording. And I'm going to use it too. I think it'll be really cute and really fun. And yeah, I asked Amanda, I saw it on the Jewel page. I'm like, hey, Amanda, can you go snag that and put everything in the comments? That way everyone can utilize that. Okay. What's this? Oh, you just asked that. Okay. Anybody else have a quick question? Okay, I'll let you guys in on the little scoop. So I don't know if you guys saw my post on the team page and my wall, but there is a limited edition something or others, S plural, coming out November 17th, actually November 16th. Make sure you mark your calendar for that because we're going to be hyping that up big time. And it's actually a midnight launch. So I'm not going to spill the beans, but just know that there's some super fun things coming out. And I'll just say it's products combined with swag, and it's super cute stuff. So that's all I'm going to say, but just get excited and be really staying in close communication with this is a launch specifically centered around your current people. We don't want potential new ambassadors or customers getting on board for a limited edition thing and falling in love with that, because it is a limited edition thing. So this will be something for your current customers, current ambassadors, and get people on board now this month, because then you can promote it to them next month. So you guys got the inside scoop before everyone else. And we'll be putting out teasers. I know the diamonds were on a call today, and then the jewels have a call on Tuesday. And so people will be sharing lots of hints and fun stuff, as we prepare for that launch. So excited that Plexus is doing this, because I know the cool thing about this is the diamonds are launching it. So we had Melissa Eichenhorst, Bridget Ryan, and Marian Anderson, 3 fabulous, super smart girls in terms of marketing. And I just think it's so wise that corporate is letting the diamonds run the launch, because we know what we need, you know what I mean? And we can, if we know what we have to promote in advance, we can promote the heck out of that stuff. So I think it'll be a really good launch, and it'll be fun. And I'll also say they've been watching market trends and just what other companies are doing, and they've asked for years to have some sort of holidays things to be promoting. And for November and December in our businesses, we really need that. So especially, just the people that already currently love Plexus, it'll be great to offer this is super fun, this is exciting, this is something that you can try, that's something different, something new. So, okay, I better get off before I say anything else, because I'm not a very good person at keeping secrets, just saying. Alrighty, I will
Actually,
yeah.
I do have a quick question. Okay, so I'm coming up on my one year mark. Is my membership gonna automatically go through with my card on file? I don't have to go in and do anything, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
You're good to go.
Perfect. Thanks.
Alrighty, well, girls, thanks for popping on, and I will get this uploaded to YouTube so everyone can work through it tomorrow or whenever.
Just tell us, Megan.
You guys
Just tell us.
If you come on Saturday, you might get some more hints. I don't know. We'll see.
It's 8 hours away, Megan.
I'm in Florida.
That's a ways.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm in Nebraska.
Nebraska. I have some people. I have a whole team of people coming up from Tennessee. So if you drive the 8 hours, we'll put you up in someone's bedroom or on the couch or something. So if you decide to, on a whim, take a road trip, we'll house you and we'll feed you, and it'll be super fun. All righty, girls, good night. I'm popping.
You could just tell us too.
I gotta go put my kids to bed. All right. See